All right, looking at EOS really quick here, there is a couple of bearish things I do want to point out on EOS. First off, we're looking from the low back here to the high. You can see we came down to our 618 at a dollar. We're currently at a dollar 8. We did have a nice bounce and get back over our point 0.5 at 106. But notice on the chart here, we do have all of our EMAs above the price, so that's not a good sign there. There's a lot of resistance to get over. You have the 50 at 110, the 21 at 112 right here at this 382. That's at 112 also, and then our 200 at 116, and then ultimately our 236 at 120. So there's a lot of resistance on the way up, but as of now, you can see that we do have the MACD curled down below the zero, big gap here between the lines. RSI is still down below the 50, so MACD below zero, RSI below 50. The fact that we're below our EMAs, the blue is heading down slightly toward the 50, so that's not a good sign there. The fact that it came back down below the 200. And if we look over at the Heikin-Ashi candles, we were printing deep red, printing green now, but there is a shadow on both ends, so it could go either way from here. So what to watch for? If you end up coming back down, you need to hold 106. You lose 106, you're coming back down to the 618 at a dollar. So we'll just measure this really quick. So about what is that? 1.5%. Lose 106, then you're coming back down to a dollar to about a 6.5%. I'm sorry, my brain just went out the window for a minute there. And if you end up losing your 618, you're going to have your 786 up next at 93 for about a 13.5, 14% drop on EOS here. The last thing I do want to point out is if we move this out of the way, you see how we have a double top here on EOS, and then it came down, had a nice bounce, and tried to move higher, but ultimately we'll see how that plays out. But if we go back here to the last double top we had here, you see one top, two top, came down, nice little bounce, tried to move higher, but ultimately this thing just fell off the table here. So if you can see what I'm talking about, let me zoom this in just a little bit so we can see them both together on screen. You see how similar this area right here and where we are now looks with EOS. It looks almost exactly identical, except for the peaks are on the other sides. As you can see here, the higher one's over here on the right, as opposed to the left one over here is the higher one. But it looks exactly the same. Came down here, tried to come back up, and then just fell off the table. So that may be what is at play for EOS at the moment. So just watch those prices we talked about, and we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, as of now, it does not have no momentum to the upside, and there's really no trend to the upside either. It's kind of just in no man's land at the moment. There's more bearish things and more resistance than there are positive things on EOS. So I'd watch those prices to the downside. You'll know you're moving back higher and you're getting your momentum back if you break above 112 on EOS. So we'll leave it at that. Not financial advice. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out.